Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man, and yes, I'm doing another batch of soap. I'm getting rid of some soap. I'm using embeds basically. I'm getting rid of some old soap, some soap scraps. You can see it here. It's a whole mishmash. All different kinds of pieces. Some old soaps, some just scraps, trimmings, scrapings of the pot, whatever. And you know the Soap Man hates to waste soap. Even if it's not able to be used in the shower. You know the Soap Man likes to use his soap, so a lot of times I'll dissolve it in hot water and wash the car with it, wash dishes with it. Sometimes, like even if I have just a lot left in this pot, I'll just put it in hot water, put some bleach in it, and use it to clean the bathroom. Like here's an instance. This green soap here, green liquid soap you see in the quart jar. Okay, those were soap scraps that just were not able to be used in the shower, but are perfectly still good soap, and I hated to let it go to waste, so I put it in here in this quart jar, filled it with hot water, and about half of this I'll use to wash the dishes, and then I'll use the other half to wash the dishes again. So in other words, I'll get 2 batches of hand washing dishes out of this. Here's another one. This white soap you see here, I'm going to do the same thing. I found a bar of Ivory soap in the bathroom. I accused my wife of cheating on me. I thought she was buying store-bought soap in our house. And it just so happens it was a hotel bar of soap she got while she was a hotel. I know I got some because I got some this week while I was traveling. So what did I do? I shaved that sucker down, filled it with hot water, put it in this quart jar. I'll use about half to do a batch of dishes. I'll use another half to wash a load of dishes by hand. So I don't like for my soap to go to waste. And that's what I'm doing. I have all these soap scraps that are not really good to use in the shower, but I don't want them to go to waste. So I'm going to make a really super thick cold process batch. I'm going to color it with yellow oxide and get it nice and thick and put these in it and pour it in my mold. I'm using brambleberries, applejack peel, because first of all it smells fantastic. Second of all, it holds really well in cold process and in hot process. Although in cold process you do have to keep your temps cool or it will start to rise, so that's what I'm doing. They're down to just below 100. I've been letting them sit in the refrigerator. My lye and my oils are just below 100. I'm going to get a super thick trace, and another thing about the applejack peel is it does accelerate, and I want it to in this instance, so that's really a good thing in this instance. So let's go ahead and get started. Put my goggles on, I have my gloves on. My lye water is cloudy because, as always, it has quite a good bit of Testa silk in it. I'm going to put it in here, mix it up, put the color in, mix it up, get a good thick trace, add the scent, give it just a very, very slight stick blend. Put the embeds, put it in the mold, and put it to bed. So let's make a little bit of noise, get this moderately emulsified. That's a good start. Let's get this color in here. Then I want all of it. Another reason I want to keep this cool is because this is yellow oxide, and oxides tend to create glycerin rivers when they get hot. Titanium dioxide is the worst by far, but other oxides do it as well. And keeping it cool helps reduce that, so I want to keep my temps nice and cool with this. And on my recipe, if I can, I'm having trouble recording, if I can, I'll post this below. My recipe is 4.8 ounces of, everything's in ounces, 4.8 lye, 9.8 water. That is a 10% water discount, which will help reduce glycerin rivers. But once again, 4.8 lye, 9.8 water, 15.5 canola, 2 castor, 15.5 coconut, I did not add sodium lactate, and I also have 2.5 ounces of Applejack peel, fragrance oil. This has quite a good bit of liquid oils, so it is going to take a fair amount of stick blending to get a thick trace. But once again, when I add that scent oil, just a very, very little bit of stick blending is going to really get it nice and thick. Enough, especially when I put this in. So here we go, put the scent oil in. I'm going to use my stick blender to mix it for the most part. Give it just a little blast, because this is an accelerating fragrance oil. This fragrance oil does accelerate. Not badly, but it does. Especially if you add a stick blender to it. That's all I'm going to do, because I am afraid it's going to get so thick that it won't. It's really, really nice and fluid right now, but I'm afraid that it'll quickly thicken up now that I've added the stick blender to it. So here we go, putting these embeds in it. Simple batch, but a simple batch keeps me from wasting a lot of good soap. So that keeps the soap man happy. Yep, starting to thicken up, but not too much. It's just really a very nice consistency right now. Very nice consistency, actually. And I'm going to go ahead and pour this in the mold, spray it with rubbing alcohol, and put it to bed. I'm not going to let it get too terribly hot, because this is also an accelerating trace, but this also will rice if it gets too hot. So the web page says. I've never had any trouble with it. But they do tell you that you want to keep it cool below 120 or it will rice. So, you know, that's full, and I don't want to overfill it, especially since it's still really nice and fluid. Very nice and fluid. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get my muffin mold, and I did not clean this out from the last batch. I'm sorry. I'm going to use the clean half of this because I'm just going to have a couple of muffins from it. Yeah, it's starting to thicken up now. Here we go. Starting to thicken up as promised, but it's still nice and fluid. So yeah, I really love this Applejack peel. I'm not afraid at all of it. Even though it is a somewhat misbehaving oil, I'm not at all afraid of it. I love it. Gosh, it smells good and holds its scent so beautifully. So there you go. I'll probably keep one of these for me, these muffins. Give the rest of it away. Yeah, it's definitely thickened up now. Give the rest of this away. We're going to spray it with some rubbing alcohol to prevent soda ash, especially since I'm soaping cool. That's already a nice color as it is, and I don't want this to rise on me, so I'm not going to wrap it. I'm not going to insulate it. I'm just going to let it sit. And folks, I will see you tomorrow for the cutting. Love that color, that gold and yellow color. And I think when I cut into it and those embeds shine through it, it's going to look great. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow for the cutting. Goodbye.